We are live. What is up, wonderful people? There's nobody in here yet, but if you're watching this in the future, you are who I'm talking to. Howdy, Joshua Coe. How's working slightly less going for you? I personally prefer working a little less. At my job, that is. Immediately clicked as always. Nice. That is much appreciated. As always. So I spent pretty much all day working on the new cover song. It's going to be like a more funny, like not as serious cover. The music is good, but it's kind of more of a jokey style. So I'm pretty excited about that. I just got that finished, mixed and all that. Wife works front desk for us now as well. Nice. I knew you said she was getting a job there. We got Judas Priest in here. Thanks for joining. It's not like a joke song. It's more of like I did a cover of One More Light and Snuff, which are like serious emotional songs, you know? That's what I mean by more of like a jokey, like this one is not a serious song. I'm sure you've heard that song called Old Town Road. That's like super, super popular. Everyone's like, it's everywhere, all over the place. It's that song. But I made it into a metal song. So it's like a metal version of that, which is like a mix between rap and country. So it's kind of cool. It's like a mix between country, rap, and now made metal. I think it's funny, and the video is gonna be funny too. Like I'm gonna do like me playing through and all that stuff, and I'm also gonna have some other like funny things. It's not gonna be like a complete serious video like the other two were. I'm just gonna have fun with it. It's gonna be a fun good time. Whenever some more people get in here, I'll show you. After a little bit, I'll show a couple examples, little teasers of it. Chaotic Old Boar's in here. Thanks for joining, as always. It's buffering and stuff, Josh. It's probably because we've had a bunch of storms passing by lately. Well, it'll be 4 minutes in and I'm already starting to yawn. Brother from the land down under. I really want to go to Australia. Just seems like a place that I would like to go. I would like to go a lot of places, especially since I've really not been too many places. Even in the US, I've not really traveled at all, never been able to. Have you guys heard that song? My mom's in here. Hello, mother. Sean is in here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. We got some more people actually coming in now. Stream. Good to see you're feeling better. That was a 6 Slipknot reaction. Thanks, Damien. I appreciate you watching it. Not for long. Just want to thank everyone for their thoughts and prayers. Yeah, everyone was asking me about you. How's everybody doing? I'm doing awesome. Always. How are you doing? That's the real question. Remember the old... I have no clue about that band from the 80s. That was before my time. Way before my time. Sean Murphy. We got all the group in here. I'll be can't talk. I'll be using your intro, Sean, pretty soon. I'll try to let you know before I use it in the video, but it'll be in one of the upcoming ones. Thank you for doing that, by the way. That's really cool. It was really cool to actually see you and see you at the venue and stuff. It was cool. Mick's in here. What's up, Mick? Bands from the 80s, you need some hair metal in your life? I probably need to have hair before I start listening to hair metal, right? Okay, I'm leaving. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye, Mom. Love you. Thanks for stopping in. Love you, mother. There were some really great bands in the 80s. There were some good bands in the 80s. Watching the NASCAR race, but the storms knocked the damn satellite out. Dang. That's when I started listening to metal. I started listening to metal, well, it definitely wasn't in the 80s, since I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't born until 92, so... Have you guys in here heard that song Old Town Road? I don't know if it's in other parts of the world or not, but it's like rampant in the US. Yes, a lot. It's being played everywhere here. So that is the song that I'm doing an actual metal cover of. I actually just finished writing all the music and recording it earlier. Spent like all day doing that. It's hard to come up with ways to switch up a song and like keep it interesting whenever it does the literal exact same 4 notes the entire time. But I did it, and it sounds pretty cool. I think Leo just released a cover of that song. I'll have to watch that after I release mine. Hopefully I can put some tags from his channel in that video and get some traffic then, hopefully. I'll show a snippet of that real quick. Maybe. There's a little snippet. How's everything for you, Brian? Awesome. Except for it just keeps raining outside. Storms and rain and wind and all that nonsense. You need to move. You're telling me. I actually can't move, and that's what really sucks. Like, I legally cannot. Not because I'm like a felon or something. Like, my fiance has a child from a previous marriage, and he lives here. So they split custody, and we can't leave without his permission, basically. Can't take the child across state lines without permission from the other parent. And I wouldn't do that to a parent, which sucks. I mean, it really sucks because we're basically just stuck here. I would move. I would like to move. I see on the news last week that here we haven't had a 4-day span of Thursday through Sunday without rain since October. Yeah, and I'm supposed to have another photo shoot tomorrow, and it looks like about 2 or 3 p.m. it's supposed to actually clear up, and the plan was to do the photo shoot tomorrow evening around sundown, like the last hour of light, which is golden hour. That's what it's called. It's where the lighting is the best. All the shadows are nice and good. So hopefully it actually clears off and it's not swampy outside. Can actually get some cool pictures for the client. I mean, I've never not done a good job yet. So even in inclement weather, I had to shoot a wedding once, wedding photos, and I had an umbrella. I had an umbrella holding it and like snapping pictures underneath the umbrella because it started storming and pouring down rain. That was, I mean, it was kind of funny for the wedding. They made it good, they made it fun, but trying to make sure all my equipment didn't get soaked was not the funnest, especially since I was there by myself. So I had to like hold an umbrella and try try to shoot, and like I move around a lot, like run all over the place and get a lot of shots, and I pretty much wasn't able to do that. Not near as well as I normally do anyway. You're not like my ex-sister-in-law. She's being to me and my brother. Rest of us. Yeah. Kids need their parent. If he's gonna be a dad, then he needs to be in her life. If he wasn't a part of the picture at all, then that would be one thing. Like I would not feel bad if he gave up rights and stepped away from being a dad, but he's actually a decent dad. He has her half the time and always makes sure she's taken care of and stuff, so. This is what a Discord channel would be good for. I've always heard about Discord. I've never really looked into it. I don't even know exactly what it is. I will be making, by the way, a like official web or a Facebook page for the channel. And then I'll post, like whenever I post videos on YouTube, I'll post the links there, and then we can like interact that way as well. I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter. I want to make a Facebook page. I had a Facebook page, but it was like real old and it wouldn't let me do anything with it. So I had to delete it, and then I'm just going to start a new one. I want to make it as easy as possible for people to find this. Plus then like the covers of like this Old Town Road cover, people share that stuff all the time, especially through Facebook. So if I put those videos on Facebook, it will, get the name out there. Hopefully shareability will go up, not just from you guys, but from people on Facebook seeing like funny version of that song, sharing it, or there'll be plenty of covers to come. Googled my name the other day for the first time in a while, and was surprised to find it was a domain. Nice. I haven't Googled my own name in quite a while. I'm sure YouTube would just pop up on there. Profile picture is Napoleon Dynamite Lamb of Gosh meme. That's 100% expected. I had a few people, I know Josh was one of them that added me on Facebook, but I just decided, like, I post stuff about my kids and stuff on there, so I have my personal Facebook set to private, and I'm not going to accept anything on there. Not because of you guys, but because of the fucking weirdos on the internet. There are definitely those. And I don't want to have to deal with that. That's why I figured I'd make an actual Facebook page, so people searching that will find it, and whoever can join it. And then if someone acts like an idiot, then I can just ban them. We're all weirdos on the internet. Yeah, but I'm talking more about child predators and things like that. I don't get down with that shit. That's why I don't put my kids in any of my videos or anything. Just like, I mean, it probably wouldn't matter, honestly, but that's just something I've talked about with my fiance, and both of us agreed that I might actually start putting them in some of the vlog style videos that I do, but if I do, I'll like blur it or something. Whenever they're old enough to like make the choice to be in it, you know? Maybe. Whenever they're older or something, but they're little. I mean, they're 3 and 5, so they are hilarious though. So I definitely do want to start including them. Someone followed me on Twitter. But my kids are hilarious though, so I want to include them because they say some funny stuff. But I'll just blur it out or crop it in or something. Like I'll probably put them in this music video that I'm doing for Old Town Road, the metal cover. They really like that song, so I'll probably have, I don't know, it's gonna be like a funny video. I just want to have fun with it. And like earlier, my son was listening to me record the guitars and stuff for it, and he was just like dancing around over there. So get him doing some of that, like maybe facing the opposite way. Have like a little kid dance party. Get them in slow-mo or something. So you have the little kids dancing to it in the middle of a music video. I'm just gonna make this one a funny. It's obviously not like a real serious song. I'll show another clip of this. Or hear another clip of this. I really like the way that sounds, especially for that song. What I did was I basically took like an a cappella version of the song and made it like all the music around that. Could also put masks on them. Yeah, I don't really have any though, and I don't really want to spend a bunch of money. I live in like a pretty small town. We don't really have anything except for Walmart that would sell anything like that, and Walmart is expensive with that stuff. Anything with like a Disney sort of name on it, it's like the price just jacks straight up. Walmart has everything, doesn't it? Yeah, they have it, but I don't know. I might actually look. I was thinking about getting like one of those little, those little pony heads that are on a stick that you like pretend like little kids used to like ride on. Get one of those for me and like ride down the street jumping on that thing for the video. I don't know. It'll be funny. Gonna make it funny. Oh yeah. We're getting like less and less people in here every time on the live streams. I wonder why that is. I'd love to see your neighbors' faces. Maybe I'll get them to participate. My neighbors are cool. Rocket Jeff, how are you? I'm fantastic. How are you? The horse heads on a pole with a wheel at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know what they're called. But that would be funny. I know they do sell those at Walmart. See, if I did that, I'm like the cheap dude that would like buy it and then use it and then take it back. Because my kids would just destroy something like that, and it's probably not worth the money. Don't give up the live streams though; they're essential to my Saturdays. Yeah, I won't stop them unless like I got other stuff. I know I've got some weddings planned, and they're on Saturdays, so and that's a full day thing, and I won't be able to live stream then. I think the shoot that I have tomorrow is a maternity shoot. Big old pregnant. Summer will be pretty full for you with those. I've got more actually in the fall. I've got a lot of family pictures and stuff like that lined up for the summer. It's like whenever everything starts warming up, people just want like new pictures of them with their family, apparently. So I've got a lot of like family shoots. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of stuff booked this year. I'm already, I think I've already made more money than I made last year doing it. And then whenever you throw in the editing that I've been doing for a couple different clients, like Jesse for his channel and stuff, he pays me to edit his videos and put them up on his channel. So if you throw in just the actual editing stuff that I've done on top of that, I've been making more money. And then I've been working Monday through Wednesday instead of working Thursday or Friday on top of that. So I've been able to actually do some things on Thursdays and Fridays and like get all that squared away. Report you to the pun police. Ugh. It's like only the core group of you guys in here right now. Oh, I remember on the last live stream I was talking about there was a person who had like requested a song all the time and then I'd never seen them again on the channel after I did the song that they actually requested. Well, they actually commented on the Slipknot video that I just did and said something about it's really cool to see how much you've grown, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you should probably watch more videos. I just thought it was funny that we talked about that last week and then put out that video and that video's got quite a few views now. $8,273. It's 3:40 a.m. here. Woke up just for this. No idea why others can't make the effort. Man, that's crazy. Thank you, by the way. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much to me, but I mean, there's more back and forth the more people that are here. I can keep up with the comments this way, though, I guess. These seizure meds have me in outer space. I guess you could say that I'm Rocket Jeff's twin. Nice. Have you caught up with Game of Thrones yet? No. Not at all. I'm still like in the middle of season 2. We talked about that in one of the previous live streams, and then I haven't got to watch too much more of that yet. I've been on live chats where there are hundreds of people in and you can't actually have a conversation or get a question answered. Yeah, I really like to do the live streams and I like the questions and stuff. That's the only thing that I could say with more people. Like when we got like 25 to 30 in here, we've had that several times, and it seems like there's like a good flow of conversations and actual questions from people. And if we get a little bit more people, then like there isn't like those little sections where for like 30 seconds there's nothing going on. I haven't had the experience of having more than that yet. I think the most I've had is 33 consecutively in a live stream. I'm starting to think that maybe because I do one every week, they can either go back and watch them. The people who actually care to watch are just going back and watching them, because they actually do get quite a few people, like the views tripled for my last live stream. So I think the people that actually do care about it are actually rewatching them or watching them through after, but a lot of people aren't joining while it's live. So I don't know if that's because I do them every week, so they know it's coming and it's just like there, or what. Alone Above Earth, what do you think of the new Star Wars preview? I really liked it. Really liked it. I'm real excited to see what they're doing and how they're going to tie in everything. And it seemed to get most everyone. Not, I mean, there's always people that, like, no matter what you do, no matter how good it is, they just won't think anything's good about it just because they're stuck up their ass with something. But other than those random people, pretty much everyone seemed to like the trailer, or at least think it was like exciting and kind of gets you wondering what they're going to do with it, rather than the people that were all pissed off about how everything was going. I hope they probably won't do it, but I really hope, especially with the success of Endgame from Marvel, I really hope that they make this one a little bit longer. Like, if it go to like a 3-hour long Star Wars movie, that would be awesome. Especially since Endgame is the #1 movie ever now in the world. The time of day probably has a lot to do with it as well. Well, see, the majority of my audience, or the majority of the subscriber base anyways, is from the United States now. It's like 60 something percent. And I do alternate some. Like last week I did it, and it was like earlier in the day, and then got it later this time. That's why I started doing that alternating thing, because some people said that they couldn't make it because of the time. So I do it earlier and then I do it later if I can at all. I was trying to be as accommodating as possible to whoever would want to be here. Kenny Chesney's in town. I'm surprised that dude's even still kicking. As long as the character arcs make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just down to be entertained. There are many more things to worry about in life than getting pissed off over every little thing that Star Wars does that you don't like, which is why I don't get whenever everyone gets mad about things like that. Would you do another reaction to movies? I'm going to do a spoiler review of Endgame, so I'll be doing that soon. I wanted to wait like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. That way the people that would actually click on the video would have time to see it. And it seems like pretty much everyone in the world that has wanted to see it has seen it at least once. So I'll probably be doing that real soon. But I'm not gonna start making movie reviews like a normal typical thing that I do like every week or anything. Every once in a while. Like, I'm sure whenever Star Wars comes out, I'll talk about it just because I'm excited about it. I wanted that to be like more of a like a vlog of me just talking, like just sitting down and talking about something I'm excited with the camera, more than like a review. I haven't seen it yet. I was going to see it with one of my friends, but he had to cancel. You should see it. This is a movie that you should see in the theater. This is like, or to me anyways, this is like the definition of a theater movie. Like there's emotion, there's of course like spectacle, huge ass things going on, and like craziness. I want to see it, but I'm waiting for Blu-ray. Spoilers aren't a big thing for me. Yeah, see, I knew as much as I'm on the internet and as much as people ask me about things, they see the posters in the background and comment things, that I would have it spoiled for me. So I went and watched it by myself the day that it came out. No one wanted to go with me. I messaged my brothers and stuff, and no one wanted to go. So I just went and sat in the theater by myself, just so it wouldn't be spoiled. And then I took my fiance to see it the next weekend for our anniversary, because she wanted to see it too. The first weekend I was supposed to actually take her, but that's when all the stuff happened with my mom and all that. And she was going to babysit the kids. So she couldn't do that. I better go see it soon. Spoilers are popping up everywhere. Yeah. I don't know how you haven't had the whole movie spoiled for you yet. I won't spoil it for you. I won't talk about it. All I'll say is you should definitely go see it, and pretty soon I'm going to have a video talking about the spoilers. So see it, and then we can conversate about it. Brian, thanks for being patient with my constant puns. I just like people to laugh and be happy. That's fine with me, man. I don't have a problem with puns. You guys have been in here the couple times that there's been like an actual jackass that comes in here acting like an idiot, and they get blocked within a couple seconds. So SBC spoilers coming, and then I just switch off whatever I'm watching. Yeah. Even the Spider-Man trailer for the new Spider-Man movie, that one was awesome. Really, really cool. And they actually, like Tom Holland, the one that has, or he's playing Spider-Man, he has like a record of spoiling, like letting little things slip in interviews and stuff. So before the Spider-Man trailer played, he actually came up on the screen and was like, hey, this is Tom Holland. There are major spoilers ahead for Endgame, so if you haven't seen that, don't watch the Spider-Man trailer. And everyone just thought that was funny that he, of all people, was the one that got to do the spoiler warning. I wonder why the Batwoman trailer has 3 times the amount of thumbs down as thumbs up. I have no clue. I didn't even know there was a Batwoman trailer. I did, however. Have you guys heard about this? They announced that Robert Pattinson was the front runner. He hadn't been officially signed to play it yet, but he is the front runner who they want to play Batman in the new Batman movie. I thought that was pretty kind of weird. I mean, like whenever they announce Ben Affleck or however you pronounce his last name, um, I know a lot of people were like going crazy about that, but I could actually see him like he's a big ass dude. He's like 6'4" and like stout. I could see that, but I'm not so sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna be one of those random people that get all pissed off about who they cast for it if they end up casting him for sure. But it's a little bit weird. Like you would think there's plenty of other people that like actually act well. Very weird. I don't see him playing Batman. That was kind of like I don't know how they would do it. Like I mean, it's possible to pack on a bunch of muscle and stuff, and I'm sure even if he didn't, they probably have like a suit, makes him look a little bit more muscly than he is. But it's just kind of weird. I don't know about seeing his face as Batman. Not sure how I feel about that, but then again, Ledger turned out great. Pattinson is no Heath Ledger, but I'll give him a chance. Yeah, it's not official yet that I know of, but I don't know. I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna not watch it. Hopefully he does it good. Hopefully he's better than anyone's done it so far. I'm not one of those people that try to hate on things before it's done. I hope that if he does it well because in my opinion, even though I prefer DC characters, Marvel has wiped out DC movies. Physically, he's gonna be small. Well, I think he's like 6'1", but I mean, they can make you look different. And in Hollywood, they're not against enhancing people using either substances or if you're cast to play Batman, surely you're dedicated enough to put on a little bit of muscle. I was really hoping John Hamm or Jake Gyllenhaal would get it. Yeah, I don't think that Gyllenhaal will get it at all. I am kind of interested to see what they do with him as Mysterio, because, well, there's people in here that haven't seen that, so I won't go into it, but what they're doing with Spider-Man is very interesting. And has Pattinson even done anything since Twilight? I'm pretty sure that I know he's done some movies, and I'm pretty sure it's been more like emotional, almost like drama movies, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't really keep up with Robert Pattinson, but I think I remember seeing him on like a TV show, like a late night show, an interview or something. And I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but I find Pattinson to be an odd choice for the new Batman. I have a friend that studied film at uni and then done a little work on his shooting some of the new Mortal Kombat movie in his city. Nice. It'd be cool to get to work on something like that. Maybe they're aiming at getting lots of teenage girls into Batman. I don't know. From what the director has said, they want to go in more of like the detective side of Batman, like the world's greatest crime fighter, or is that his thing? Not the world's best detective or something like that. That Batman's known for. Whatever that is. That's the direction that the director was talking about. He wanted to go in and like show Batman actually like being the badass Batman behind the scenes, basically, like his thought process and figuring out things that people wouldn't actually figure out, and show more of that side. So with that, I guess there would be a little bit less physicality to it, but that's got to be there. Like he's got to be able to kick some ass. That's like half of Batman. You got like the smartness and then also the badassness to back it up. I don't know. Maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe they'll make a better movie than what has been made. Lately. Anyways. What about Mark Wahlberg? What about Mark Wahlberg? Do you mean for Batman? Because Mark Wahlberg is very small as far as height, and like I wouldn't really see him as Batman. I mean, he's a badass. He's a good actor, I think. But I don't know about him. Robin. If they made Robert Pattinson Batman and Mark Wahlberg Robin, if I was Mark Wahlberg, I would set the set on fire. Which some have criticized the earlier movies for neglecting his detective side. Yeah, I think they could have done a better job with that. I pretty much just watched the movies to be entertained, and I think they're entertaining. I didn't mind that they were a little bit gloomy, and like I know that was a lot of the complaints with like Batman vs Superman, was that it was dark, and but that was what it was. There's like millions of people dying. I prefer Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, he would like that was has always been like my number one choice if it was me. I think that would be cool. I think he could do a really good job, and that dude is talented as shit. He can do a lot of stuff. But if they did that, then I don't know if there's something uh, with him having worked on the other Batman movies before. I wonder if there's any sort of clash of contract or something with that. Because the way that left off, it kind of seemed like he was almost going to like take over Batman back then. He seems pretty tall, at least 6 feet tall. I think he's kind of short. I can't remember. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is 5'9", so he's about average, a little bit above average height. But in movies, that doesn't really make or break anything. Height He's a damn good actor, though. He's really, really good. He's got a lot of stuff going on, too. It doesn't seem like... I don't think he's been in any movies lately. There was that one where he had like cancer or something. I can't remember what that movie was called. That's the last movie that I remember seeing him in. I think it was with Seth Rogen, if I remember correct. He could have been other. I don't know. The whole actor thing isn't my forte at all. I pretty much pay attention to what I like, and then that's about it. As far as actors and keeping up with things that people are doing. The Lookout? I don't think I know that one. We're going to be crossing 900,000 views on the YouTube channel pretty soon. That's pretty sweet. It's going to be crazy to see 1 million on the views. And then closing in on the 10,000 subscribers. Congrats on the 100K for the Nightwish. Thanks. One of the things I think I might do, I think I said this last week. I don't know if you were in here or not whenever I talked about it. For that video hitting 100,000, revisit it and like re-listen to it and make a video of it. Because that was the first one I ever heard by them, so I didn't know anything about Nightwish going into that. And that's one of my least favorite, which kind of sucks that it's like the most viewed. One of my least favorite. Introduce it to fiance. I don't know. She's kind of iffy about doing them again. She one of her friends that lives in Texas, she talks to all the time. She watches the YouTube channel, which is awesome, but she also sees the negative comments, and I think some of those were relayed back to her. There was quite a few assholes on that video. A lot of people were cool, but a lot of people were assholes to her. Lookout is him dealing with a head injury from a car accident, so he has to write notes to remind himself to do everything that gets caught in a tough situation being taken advantage of. Dang. He's a good actor. He's like one of the few actors I feel could pull off just about any sort of a role. Like he seems like he's funny, so he can pull off like the comedy type stuff. He seems like he's an actual like decent dude and has done the drama sort of stuff. He's done action stuff. He seems like he's very versatile, and he's like a musician, plays the drums and has like a whole band and all that, does podcasts. He seems like a really talented dude. I'll have to look into that movie. The Lookout. Oh, yeah. Keep yawning. I'm not even tired. Or I don't feel tired. I know my body's not getting enough oxygen. I think I'm going to try to edit and finish. I have a vlog sort of thing that I shot. I think I'm going to try to do that and get it up for tomorrow's video. Every time I watch it, it feels new to me. That's just how good it is. Nice. That's kind of how I think probably my favorite movie overall, if you exclude Star Wars and superhero movies, would be 7 Pounds. With Will Smith. That movie is one of my favorite movies. Have you looked at tour dates for Ginger? Anything near you? I haven't. I did see the singer's post on Instagram, and she posted the dates of it, but I didn't pay attention that closely. There's never really any big shows around here that aren't like a 4-hour drive, which really sucks. Sounds like something Tim Burton would have in his movie. Nice. Really well worth going. The show here was awesome. Who are they? I can't remember who they were playing with. Do you like Black Label Society? I've only heard a few songs by them. That's not really like my preferred style. They're kind of like, I don't know, I don't really listen to that sort of stuff too much. But yes, I have heard them, and I was at Ozfest one year, and they were playing, and they did a very good job on stage as well. Old Zakk Wylde with his overuse of the wah pedal. He has like a weird setup. Not only does he overuse the wah pedal, but he has it in conjunction with a univibe pedal, it's called, that makes it like almost like a wobbly sound, like a wah 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 wah, on top of a wah pedal. That's how he gets that weird tone that he has for his solos and stuff. He uses a univibe pedal mixed with a wah pedal. Sorry if that was loud. Josh sent me a message on Instagram. It was a club venue with 1,000 tickets sold. Nice. I can't remember who they were playing with, but I I don't know. My memory is horrible. Horrible memory. Oh my gosh. Need to go snort some coffee beans or something. Ever since I was like real sick, had that big sinus infection and like fluid built up behind my ear and stuff. The doctors gave me that medicine. It was an antibiotic, and then they gave me this real high strength allergy medicine, and then that nose spray stuff. I haven't sneezed since. I haven't had any sort of like clogged nose at all. So I don't know what the hell they did to me, but it was some sweet action. Everyone else in my family is like all congested and stuff, and I can just breathe clearly. We got right to the front as the concert started. We were in the middle, but as everyone started moshing, we moved through the middle, and everyone were literally in touch. Nice. That's kind of how it was whenever I saw Lamb of God. Like they were right there. It's pretty sweet. Death Wish Coffee made a Java copy for. I don't want death coffee. I just want to be able to wake up. Brian, how's the weather today? 90 today. Damn. 90 degrees. I wish it was 90 degrees here. It was like 50 something and rainy and stormy all day. There were 3 support acts. For the North American tour, though, I can't remember who the bands were that they played with, but I think I remembered one of the. Hold on, I'll look it up. Maybe. If I can find it. Can't find it. I don't know. Whatever. Don't matter right now. One cup of Death Wish has 660 grams of caffeine. I'm hoping you meant milligrams, because 660 grams would be a whole bunch. A whole bunch. Milligrams is a lot. I think a normal cup of coffee has like 200 or something. 170-ish milligrams. I like how lately my body has apparently decided to go back through puberty. I've been getting random pimples all over. Not all over, pretty much here. $660 grams would kill. Yeah. Milligrams. 660 milligrams would be a whole shitload. You would basically have to eat the coffee if it was grams. Just chew on a brick of it. The way some people drink coffee, though, I could see that happening. Just pick up a brick of coffee grounds. Sorry, 1.5 freedom units. I've told some people about that at work, about your freedom units, and they all thought it was hilarious. One and a half freedom units. Did anyone notice, by the way, in the Slipknot video that I did that callback to the first video that I did, which was All Out Life? How much smaller I look now than I did back then. I had a whole bunch of more weight on me back then. It's hard to see that sort of thing whenever you're with yourself every day. But then, like, seeing that go to me now, it was kind of crazy. And your beard was much more thicker. Yeah, I had it grown out quite a bit back then. I kept it grown out for a couple months. As I did the videos, it just kind of got longer and longer, and then I finally I think this sort of length fits my face a little bit better. I like having a big beard, but I don't think it looks quite as good on me. Okay, shut the damn door. Go on.
Thanks, I can't. What, for me? There's an ant on the door, Dad. No, there's an ant on the door.
Children. Almost tornado dark outside. The sun's down here, so it's dark. I think you weren't wearing your glasses either. Yeah, I used to not wear my glasses as much. And then I started getting allergies really, really bad, and then having to get up at the ass crack of dawn, or before the ass crack of dawn for work. My eyes wouldn't even hardly open to put my contacts in anymore. So I started just wearing my glasses like more and more. I went back and watched the Nightwish reactions yesterday, and the first thing I noticed was the beard. So I've thoroughly enjoyed your ginger reactions and the journey you've been on with them. Have you had a chance to check them out live? I have not. We were actually just talking about that. They have a North American tour coming, and I'm not sure if they're playing somewhere around here. If it's pretty close, I'll probably go. If it's like 4-hour drive, I probably won't, because I probably won't. The place that we have to go to get good concerts, it's not a very safe place. It's a big town, but a lot of people get shot there. So not only would I have to drive like 4 hours by myself, I'd have to park my car and then get shot. So I was in the third grade when Hatebreed was on stage at Ozfest in 2007, but before that I walked into a mosh pit by mistake. Nice. I've saw Hatebreed play. They were with All That Remains and Five Finger Death Punch whenever I saw them. As much as I want to see them all, it's the drummer that I want to watch. Yeah, that dude is awesome. He's probably got my favorite drumming style. The closest they're coming to me is 4 hours away in St. Louis. That would be the same place that I'm talking about, Mick. That's about 4 hours from me. 3.5 or so. And that if they're playing in St. Louis, then that would be the show that I would go to if I went. But I kind of don't want to get shot. And St. Louis is a terrible, terrible town. I just had mine tested again Friday. I had to up my prescription, and now I'm getting basically bifocals, and the cost of shot from $40 to $150. $150 would be cheap here. I haven't gotten new glasses or contacts in like 2 years, so I probably need to get some. I've noticed lately, like I'm nearsighted, so without my glasses or contacts, I can see within a few feet in front of me pretty clearly. And then once you start going pretty much any farther than like 3 feet away from me, it's blah. And I've noticed lately it's starting to get worse and worse. And like far away, like far away, even with my glasses on, it's starting to get a little blurry and stuff. So I probably need to get that retested, get my prescription updated. So one of these days, I may have some new spectacles. Ginger's Full Resurrection Fest set is left. Nice. Are you going to that show in St. Louis, Mick? Because if I do go and you go, I'll have to find you. I would say I probably won't end up going to it. And I don't even know when it is. My brother got Hatebreed's autograph for me. Nice. I'm doing well, Jeff. Work still sucks. Work always sucks. Spectacular spectacles. Yes, they will be. I'll try to get something as close to this as I possibly can, because I actually like these. I like how they look. I become farsighted up until 40ish. I had awesome vision. Nice. I had glasses by the time I was 11. I would be in school, and back then they had us in like alphabetical order, and like the start at the front of the room and it would go back down the lines and stuff. And my last name starts with an S, so I would always be like at the back in the right hand corner of the room, and I couldn't see the board, and I kept getting headaches and stuff. So my mom took me and got glasses, And back then, I was like super into Harry Potter. So I had my Harry Potter glasses, so that was cool for me. I actually had hair back then too, so I dressed up as Harry Potter for Halloween and stuff. I probably won't go. I don't know my way around there, and like you, I certainly don't feel like getting shot. Yeah, getting shot's never a good idea, I guess. I don't know my way around anywhere. Even if I go to like the next biggest town, I always GPS it. Like I just don't. I tried on Harry Potter style frames, but the only ones they had were too small for my big head. I didn't have Harry Potter style glasses. I just had glasses. So then I felt like I was, I was a little kid. The round, I don't like the look of the round ones. I didn't think I would like these whenever I first got them either, but I think they like fit my face. I have blurry vision, but it's from my mids. Yeah. Blurry sucks. Brian, would you get contacts? I have contacts. I wear them sometimes. Should your brother whack you in the head with a stick and give you the scar? My brother actually, here's a funny story that I haven't ever told on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's interested in this, but whenever I was a little kid, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. One of my older brothers he got pissed off at me for some reason, and he had a spoon in his hand for some reason, and he just chucked it at me, and it stuck in my head. Hold on. Right there. There's a little indentation in my head. I can feel it. I don't think you can see it. Anyways, he chucked a spoon at me, and it stuck in my head. Not like, it didn't go like in, like penetrate into my head, but it like stuck in my head. I still have the indentation from it. From a spoon. You'd think it like a knife or a fork, at least something sharp. It was a spoon. My brothers were assholes whenever I was a kid. It's embarrassing when a guest gives me their ID for check-in information and I have to ask them what it says. Yeah, I can see that. Don't fall asleep with your glasses on. I never fall asleep with my glasses on. I never hardly sleep, so. Yeah, see, growing up, I was the youngest. I'm the youngest kid in my family. So I was always the picked on like crazy. And like growing up, it was me and my two older brothers, my two next older brothers that were in the house. And I was way smaller than them, and they would, not only was I smaller than each one of them, they would gang up and pick on me. I remember one time my parents worked, and my next older brother is 4 years older than me, and then the one that's older than him is 8 years older than me. So they were like way older, and especially whenever I was young, I was so small, I couldn't really do anything to defend myself or anything. So I remember one time my parents both worked. My dad had an electrical business. He had his own business and worked doing electric work. And my mom worked at a home health place where she went to people's houses and like took care of the elderly people. Um, so they were gone quite a bit. And we would like get off the school bus, and my older brother and my other older brother would basically just like we would make food and snacks after, and then my parents would be home not long after. And like back whenever I was a little kid, that wasn't such a huge deal. Like I would never ever do that to my kids now. I would never trust them or the surrounding people doing that. But one time we were outside playing after that, and my brothers got a good idea to take some rope and tie me to a tree in the front yard. So they tied me to a tree in the front yard, and I was there for like 3 hours before my mom got home. And yeah, she wasn't very happy about that. Neither was I, but they didn't seem to care. Jen G's in here. Thanks for joining. Patrick Mills, thanks for joining as well. Son is in town, been playing hoops half the day. Nice. There was another time that they tied my hands and feet together and put me in the bathroom closet. Like it was like a towel closet, so it had shelves that were like, there was like 3 foot of space on the bottom, and then there was shelves going up, and they tied my hands and feet together and put me in the bottom of it and shut me in there until my parents got home. This is the kind of childhood that I had. And then my dad, we were out, like we had a family get together for Mother's Day, and we were out there, and my dad was talking, and he said he remembers like they used to pick on me and pick on me and pick on me all the time, and then I started to get bigger than them and more muscular than them, and so they would have to really gang up on me to like get whatever they were doing. So he said, I remember one day my next older brother, he was trying to mess with me, and we were in the kitchen, and he was by himself messing with me. And he said, I remember just like yesterday, you turned around, got pissed off, and turned around and just picked up my brother and like body slammed him on the floor. And he was like, yeah, they didn't really ever do that to you anymore. I was babysitting my brothers after school. Yeah, see, I was always the little one. Mama's back too. This is the crap I had no idea happened. I think I've told you that before. I got tied to a tree in the front yard. Whoa. Because my younger brother got upset that I took his turn. Damn. You just had like a string of bad luck, Josh. Slayer show last Monday was good, seemed better. The Monomarth was a lot better than I expected. Lamb of God and Slayer crushed like normal. Lamb of God is one of the best shows that I've ever seen in my life, as far as like entertaining to look at and sound wise. They played everything like perfectly, and the sound was very, very good, and they were like super entertaining and interactive with the crowd. They did a really, really good job. Slayer, I've said this a couple times in the live streams before. I actually fell asleep whenever Slayer was playing, whenever I saw them. He felt horrible for it. I would say, if he didn't, that'd be an asshole of a brother. Once I started to get bigger than my brothers, they toned it down, doing things like that. We all still joke around with each other like that, and like, you know, joke around with the kids and stuff. I'm not Patty Mills from Australia that plays in NBA. I'm not familiar with pretty much any basketball player, so that's not something that I occupy my brain space with. Morning. It's late night here. It's 9:41 p.m. But good morning where you are. My brain is full of useless information. I like to have a lot of random like facts and be knowledgeable about a lot of things, but with that comes not really paying attention to sorts of things that I'm not really interested in. It's 5:41 a.m. in Finland. Nice. There was someone in here from South Africa, and he got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the live stream from South Africa, which is crazy to me, but very, very appreciative. Push his head into our house siding. Nice. $4:42 here now. Just after lunch here now. Yeah, you got chaotic old boar down in Australia. Another story. I know my mom knows this one because she got me. We had like this field behind my parents' house, and it's like the same size as like an American football field. And we were playing softball out there. And I was still pretty young, and this wasn't something they did to me, but it was an accident. There were some older kids playing softball and stuff, and my brothers were out there. And I was turned facing the opposite way for some reason, and there was a softball coming towards the back of my head, and my brother stuck the baseball bat in front of the softball, but the softball caused the baseball bat to hit the back of my head, and it knocked me completely out. I don't even remember how old I was then, probably like 7 or 8. Gonna cook up some spag bowl for dinner. I have no clue what that is. Your kids are having fun for sure. They're always having fun, running around like wild animals out there. Do you catch alligators? I had a bus driver one time. We called him Gator because he used to be an alligator wrestler. Don't have alligators here, we have crocodiles. Don't you know the crocodile hunter is from there? Or was from there, I guess? I have an older sister I grew up with. No crazy stories there. Yeah, I was the youngest. I was always picked on. Always picked on. One thing my brother used to do, it's still funny. He did it until forever, until he moved out and I moved out. Whenever I had an acoustic guitar in my room, and like that's all I did as a kid, and through teenage years was like play guitar. But I had my acoustic guitar in the corner all the time, and if I slept in on the weekends because we didn't have school, my brother would come into my room, and he always picked my guitar up upside down, like not the regular way you would play it, like with your left hand on the neck. He always flipped it upside down so his right hand was over here, and he would like just kind of hit the strings, and he can't play guitar at all, but he would just do that and sing a song about me waking up and sleeping all day, and then he would always take the pick and throw it inside the acoustic guitar and then put it down and get out of my room. So I would always have to wake up and then try to like fish my pick out of the inside of the guitar. He did that like every day of my whole growing up years. It's funny now. It definitely wasn't back then. To me, anyways. He thought it was hilarious. Josh, were you going to haunted places? My older brother used to prank me by filling up my cap gun, so every time I thought it was empty, nice. I remember whenever cap guns were like the cool thing to have. Back in the day. I I think we had one. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I had one when I was little. I used to like the smell of it. The smell that came off that. Oh yeah. What about you guys ramping your bikes and getting knocked out? Yeah, that was him. He concussed himself. We used to do that a lot as a kid. We would build bike ramps or make bike ramps out of random things that were probably not safe at all for us to be ramping bikes or anything else off of. And we would ramp them a lot. And one time my brother, my next older brother, we parked a lawnmower in the middle of that field that I was talking about. It's pretty big, and the first half of the field kind of slopes down just a tiny bit, enough to where if you ride your bike down it, and you can get a lot more speed going down that hill. So we parked the ramp right in the middle of the field, and he was going down the field and ramping that, and he got a lot more air out of that way. But one time he did it, and he ramped, like say this is the ramp. He ramped up, and the bike in midair turned sideways. So he came all of his force sideways and just slammed his head into the ground. He had a helmet on, and it actually broke like the side of the helmet. So that wasn't probably the smartest idea we ever came up with. He got a concussion out of that. Brian, I got picked on in high school by the damn golfers. How you get picked on by golfers? Should have just looked at them and said, at least I don't play golf. Used to take an entire roll of caps and slam them with a hammer. I don't think I ever did that. Oh man, I just keep yawning. Oh man. I'm going to show another, or I guess let you listen to another short little clip of the new cover song I have coming out soon. This is towards the end of the song. I don't even know what it's going to sound like when it starts playing. Just a little clip. I like the way that's sounding, especially for being that song. My dad told us to stop using our metal bat and softball outside while I didn't listen and shatter the neighbor's garage window. Dang! I rented a bicycle with a banana seat once and the damn pedal broke off when I landed. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for dropping by, Chaotic Old Boar. Hope you enjoy lunch. I think actually I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream and go grab something to eat myself because I'm starving. Play with the kids a little bit before they go to bed. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here as always. You guys are like the core group of people that are always here supporting me, so it means a lot as always. I'll probably have a new video either tomorrow or Monday coming out. I got a photo shoot to do tomorrow evening, so hopefully the weather clears up for that and I can actually get the photos done well. So I don't know if I'll be able to get a video edited and done before I do that, and then that's going to take priority, so probably either tomorrow or Monday. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching as always. Thanks for all the support.